So let's see how this is all put together. This is an ad I'm currently running. So if I look familiar, it's probably from TikTok. I've been running this since Q4 of last year. And afterwards, I'll show you some of the results and then we'll break down exactly how I created this. So I'm just going to play this now.
If you're an entrepreneur with a service-based business, I know it can seem impossible to grow beyond 5 and 10K a month. With everything on your plate, you don't have time to spend countless hours and thousands of dollars on marketing courses you don't have time to complete anyway. But you're also not ready to hire an agency that'll want a quarterly or yearly commitment. That rock in a hard place is called the growth gap, and I built my career helping business owners just like you overcome that gap and scale their businesses beyond 20 and even 50K months. Unlike other coaches and consultants who pawn you off to some underling, all of my clients work with me one-on-one and they see dramatic results. Just this year, I helped a former school teacher 10x her online course revenue in less than a month. I took the founder of a nonprofit doing everything he could just to stay afloat to leading a fully staffed organization and building fundraising partnerships with Fortune 500s in just over a year. I took an entrepreneur with nothing but a website, a wild dream, and $100 in her checking account. 18 months later, she has so many clients, she's now turning away work. If these are the results you're looking for, click the button below to book some time on my calendar. I look forward to meeting with you soon.
All right. So that is the real ad. There we go. There's no edits there. I literally shot it, one take, put it up. It wasn't one take, it was like 15 takes to get a clean take, but I didn't edit it. I mean, that's the important part. So I put it up there. And that's what you go and watch TikTok. I'm sure you'll scroll through it long enough and you'll find me. But let's break it down step by step. So the first part is I'm calling out the audience. If you're an entrepreneur or service-based business, right? There's no question about who I'm talking to. Now I start dipping my toes into the empathy, right? I know it, or the pain rather. I know it can seem impossible to grow beyond 5 and 10K a month, right? There's the pain. I'm stuck. I can't grow beyond this threshold. And then by leading it with, I know, that says, hey, I understand this because I must have gone through this too. It's a little hint to empathy. Now we get into the real deep empathy. With everything on your plate, you don't have hours to spend. You don't have time to spend countless hours, $1,000s on marketing courses. You know you'll never have time to complete, but you're also not ready to hire an agency that wants quarterly or yearly commitment. These are all things that clients told me. This is all discovered. This is right from their words. I didn't write a word of this. I just took what they told me was their problem and why all the other stuff didn't work. And I just put it in here. So now I seem like, oh, I understand all your pain. Yeah. Oh, did you sign up for the $5,000 course too? Yeah, me too. I got suckered in too. Did you ever complete it? No, I didn't complete it either. So it makes everyone understand that you're right there with them. The next part is that context that I'm saying, right? So I'm setting up what is that pain called? What is the background? That rock in the hard place is called the growth gap. And I built my career helping business owners just like you overcome that gap to scale beyond 20 and even 50K months. So again, I'm putting a little bit of social proof in there, but I'm providing the context of now we have a name for the pain. And once we can name the pain, now we can start addressing it, right? So think about it like if you walk into the doctor and you say, I hurt, first thing he's going to ask is where. That's what we're doing here. Now we go back to a little bit of the pain, a little bit of the context, unlike other coaches and consultants who pawn you off to some underling. Again, number one thing people would say is, are you going to pawn me off to some underling? Like people said those words exactly, and I just plopped them into the ad. All of my clients work with me one-on-one, see dramatic results, right? That is it. That's the only part of the solution in this whole thing, right? Then I get into the social proof. So like, I didn't tell you anything. I didn't tell you anything about what I'm going to do. I could have a magic 8-ball that I go for all my answers. You'd have no idea because I didn't tell you anything about what I did. All I did was give you a little bit of hope. And then I backed that hope up by telling you a couple stories. And here's the thing I want you to really pay attention to. I didn't say a name. I didn't say a brand name. I didn't give a website. I didn't give anything. I just told stories. Now, all these stories are true. And people have asked, are those stories really true? Yeah, they are really true. That's Juliana is the first person. John Winstanley from Fort Safety is the second person. The third person is a woman named Tamara Ruiz. So all of those people, those are all real stories, but I didn't need to put any proof in there. I didn't need to say, here's their logo or their web address or anything. I just said it like it was matter of fact. The last thing, I have that call to action, right? If these are the results you're looking for, click the button below, book some time on my calendar, right? I dropped away from the free consultation. I dropped away from the free strategy session. Just book some time on my calendar, right? Book some time like you're an old friend and we're trying to catch up. And because of that, because it's simpler than what you'd normally see, it makes people want to book because it feels non-threatening. It doesn't feel like a sales call. So the question is, but does this work, right? I've been talking for however long. I'm sure you guys got a clock on me somewhere, but does it actually work? These are the results. I spend about $1,500 a month on marketing. I book about 15 meetings a week. That tends to be because I can't take any more. Like I have too many clients at this point. I can't take more than 15 meetings a week. My average annual revenue per client is around $10,000. My CPL is $15 to $30. My CPA, which difference being cost per lead is person on my calendar, cost per acquisition is the actual signing up, $30 to $60. And my average annual ROI is 150x at this point from the business I've sold. So this absolutely works. That video does not have any big Hollywood spend. It's not fancy. I didn't pay an editor to do all crazy motion graphics. It was simple. It was straightforward to the point. And the most important thing is that it was authentic. Now, the most important thing I also want to clarify here is that's the only piece of marketing we run, right? We don't run any other ads anywhere because that is so profitable. We don't need to. We don't post on social every day. We don't test hundreds of ads. We don't send out thousands of emails. We don't even follow up with dead leads. People that tell us they're not interested, if they're not willing to close on the first call, sorry, you're just not one of our clients. Because when you have a compelling offer, you don't need to do these other things. You can mess up every other part of your marketing. As long as you have a compelling offer, you will make money. You will reach all of your financial goals and then some just by having that offer. And that's why I start with it. So just looking back at that sequence, right? You're going to do your customer research. You're going to use the document I gave you earlier. You're going to develop an offer using those 9 elements and put it together. Ideally, video ads they're super cheap. They're super easy to shoot. You can knock one out in a day. Download a teleprompter app. If you're not good at remembering the script, that's what I do. And then once you validate it with paid media right there, that's when you're going to start seeing them, either the money come in or the money doesn't. Money doesn't come in, go back, develop a new offer. If it does, immediately start creating testimonials, use all of that great feedback to build your landing page and optimize your website, then move into content, SEO,